on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the time I hacked my teacher's school account and passed myself and started selling all A's and passing grades to other students. So this is a pretty crazy video, and I don't think I can get in trouble now because I did graduate, and like 90% of the students graduated or don't go to that school anymore. So that is pretty good. I don't think I'll get in trouble for that. I didn't really advertise it too much, but let's get straight into the video. So this was around May of 2020. It was in the middle of the month, and I live in Arizona, so the way our school system works is if you live in the US, school systems end on different dates. So we end towards like the end of May, and then we go back to school in the beginning of August. So it was like May, middle of May, so like around the 15th. That's not the exact date, but that's around the time that this story took in place. So the school year was about to end in 1 week. It was like the last week of school. So all we were doing was taking some finals in some classes, and then some teachers didn't give us finals because they knew we had other finals, so they didn't want to stress us out. This was my junior year in high school. I was a junior, so I had 6 classes. I remember I only had 2 finals that day, one for English and then one for my media productions class. So I knew the media productions class. That was easy. I already had that all done. I just had to submit that, and they go ahead and take a Premiere Pro test to show that I'm certified in Premiere Pro and stuff like that. It wasn't really for a grade. It was going in as a final grade, but if you failed it, the teacher wouldn't hurt you, but if you passed, it would have helped to bump up your grade. So I passed that with flying colors. I'm certified in Premiere Pro, all that stuff. So this actually happened to my ELA teacher. So basically, my ELA teacher, after I took the final, we had to take a written final and then make a video project. So the video project was supposed to be about you kind of like trying something new. So you had to read like a self-help book, and it was so stupid. You had to read a self-help book and then apply it to your life for 30 days and kind of like vlog it out for 30 days. You had to literally do a book diary or like a vlog of you every day trying something new in the book. And the teachers kind of knew it was stupid, so they would tell us like we can do it the last week. We just gotta make it look like it's been 30 days for the rubric. So then after we did go ahead and do that, to turn mine in, I had to give her a USB flash drive to actually play the video because we couldn't submit it on Canvas or anything like that because it was such a big file. So I just told her, can I just use a USB flash drive? And she's like, that's totally fine. Usually I would upload it to YouTube, but YouTube blocks my videos. I don't know why they do that. I would make a new channel and YouTube would still block it because it's an educator account. So now I found out I had to make my video set for kids. I never used to do that. I always used to hit not for kids. And then my senior year is when I found that out. So last year, before I graduated, I found that out because I was trying to test it and see what was going on. So I found that out, but this happened when I was a junior, so I didn't know about that at the time. So basically what I did was I didn't really have the best relationship with this teacher. She honestly didn't really like me too much. I don't blame her, but she did pick a lot of favorites. But she really liked the kids that were obsessed with school. School's not always been my thing. I would go there, do my thing, maybe sleep in class, do whatever I want. I'll throw up some pictures right now of me literally sleeping in class, and kids would take pictures and make fun of me for it. But these happened to the cool teachers that loved me, and I would finish my work 20 minutes into class and then sleep. If you guys don't know, to finish your work 20 minutes into class, just hustle the school system. Just hustle it. Go in there, do your work, submit it, go to bed. Or submit a corrupted file if you have to do that. There's a corruptthefile.com where you can corrupt the file and then the teachers can't open it. So they'll think it's their computer and they'll give you a couple days off. So what I used to do is I would basically look up the worksheet answers in class and then do them. And I told my teacher that. I'm like, oh, I'm done. Because we had to watch a movie. We had to watch like a 40-minute movie. 10 minutes into it, I just said, hey, I'm done. Can I submit it? He's like, oh, did you already watch it? I'm like, no, I found it on Quizlet. And then I emailed him the Quizlet, and he just gave it to his other students. And that was at the time when I was going to school full-time because I was a junior, and then I was working full-time as well. So I was exhausted, so I would just sleep in class. And my teachers were cool with it because I was respectable. But what this teacher did, she did not like me at all, and she just picked favorites. She loved the girls in the class. She was a girl, so she loved the girls in the class. She always picked against the guys, but for some reason, that's the thing against me because I always used to plug my merch in class. I had multiple school video projects, and I would always plug my merch. But this time, this was at the end of the year, so this was the last final, so I didn't do that because she yelled at me and told me not to do that. But what I did to actually hack my teacher's account was I didn't quote-unquote hack her. I stole her cookies. If you don't know what a cookie is, it's kind of like what your browser uses to make sure you have the right password and everything like that. So when you go onto like Facebook or Instagram, you're already logged in. That's because Google has cookies that tell Google you have the password and authorization to enter in. So what I did was I got a keylogger off Amazon, and this keylogger was disguised as a USB flash drive, and it had about like 2 gigabytes of USB storage. So I made sure my video was under 2 gigabytes, but I didn't tell my teacher that. I told her it was like 10 gigabytes, and she doesn't know how to check. She's like 40 years old. So what I did was I basically put it in the flash drive, and I unchecked the show hidden files. If you don't know, on your file manager, you can go to the settings and go to view, and you can do view hidden files and uncheck it or check it. So the way the keylogger worked was it had a text file with all the cookies in it that you can download and all the cookie information in it. So it couldn't let me change the directory of it. It's saved in the main directory. I couldn't make a subfolder or anything like that. That was the downside. But what I did was I changed it so it wouldn't show me the file because it's a hidden file. So I unchecked view hidden files so no one can see it unless you went back in settings and hit view hidden files. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. So then what I did was when I plugged it into her computer right away, it goes through the files and all the browsers that she has, which she only had Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, or Internet Explorer she had. She had an old Windows 7 computer. She had Internet Explorer and Google Chrome. So it just snipped all the cookies from Google Chrome and nothing from Internet Explorer because she didn't use that. And then basically, she played my video. I got an A on the project because I just followed the rubric to a T, and she was being nice. She was being nice that day because it was the last project. She just wanted to help me pass and get rid of me. So then after that, when I went home, I plugged it into my computer, viewed the hidden files, and saw all of her cookies. And my school uses something called Power Schools to basically change the grades and update them. They use Canvas, and they update it in Canvas, and then they submit it to Power Schools. But Power Schools is the last thing they do. So if something's wrong with the grade, they'll upload it and then just change it in Power Schools. So what I did was I basically logged onto her Canvas account. I didn't log onto her Power Schools account because that would have been very suspicious. What I did was I got an old Toshiba laptop from Goodwill and basically installed a VPN on it. I didn't even use my card to buy the VPN. That's how protective I was. I went to Safeway and I bought one of those Visa cards. I put $25 on it and bought NordVPN. And then I turned it on and it was somewhere in like India. Like I put myself in India, okay? And then I logged onto her Canvas account and gave myself an A on everything because my final grade was like a 72%, and I really wanted a high grade. So I gave myself a high grade in the class, and then I basically just didn't say anything about it. I didn't say anything about it, and then I told my friends about it. I didn't say anything to her. I tried to talk to my friends about it because I wanted to help them pass too. So then before you know it, all the stoners that just smoke weed all day and don't even show up to school that all had Fs really wanted to pass. So they were like hitting me up to help them, and I started to sell better grades for assignments. So I think like I would give you like an A on an assignment for $50, that which is pretty cheap, honestly, if you're failing. And then a B I made like $30, and then if you wanted a C, I just made it $20. And then if you wanted a D, I just said, okay, bro, you need it. No, I just didn't give anyone a D. No one wanted a D or an F. Everyone wanted an A. So I just hustled, gave everyone an A, maybe hooked some of my friends up with like a $35, $40 A and hooked them up and gave it to them. And I was very subtle about this. I made sure only the cool kids knew about this. And I made sure they did it to me in cash because I remember back in the day, like in kindergarten, preschool, not preschool, kindergarten, like first grade, if you sold stuff in school, the kids would get mad. Like I remember sometimes in middle school, kids were selling like silly bands, and then the parents would get mad the kids spent $10 in silly bands and would complain to the school, and they had to give the money back, and the kid lost their silly bands. So that was pretty funny. But basically, what I did was I was selling everyone better grades through that keylogger. And actually, I was very lucky that I still had the keylogger because the very next year, my senior year, I actually had her as my business management class because in my high school, they kind of have trades. And I didn't go to the trade school that they were partnered with. I just took a business management class. And she was actually my business manager teacher. So all I did was log on to her Canvas account and I got to see all of her courses because the way Canvas organizes it, if you guys use Canvas, you know how it works. It goes by class and then period for teachers because my teachers would show their screens and I would see that. And I would also log on to their accounts. Don't tell anyone about this. So I would basically just hook up all my friends in all of her periods and all of her classes. So it kind of got out of hand because she taught multiple things. She kind of taught business management, which is an elective, and then she taught English for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So she didn't teach senior English, but I had her my senior year for business management, which is pretty cool and pretty nice that I was able to hook that many people up. And I made so much money off doing this, guys, and it was all cash. I let some of my really close friends cash at me because I trusted them, but I made sure the Cash App and Venmos said something that they wouldn't know, like for food. Like if we went out and I paid for their food, so they said for Burger King or something like that, so it doesn't look suspicious. There was no way to trace it back. And after that, guys, what I did was I literally destroyed this computer. Once I graduated, guys, it was like $100 Toshiba. I literally factory reset it, deleted everything, just snapped that computer in half, threw it off my balcony. I probably made some YouTube video about me doing that. And then I literally just threw it away in the dumpster. And I'm like, okay, good luck. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty basic story. Just got a keylogger, plugged it into her computer, took her cookies, and changed my grades. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I do not recommend doing this at all. I just want to state that this video was just meant for entertainment purposes only. This video is not real. This whole story was fake, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. I do not recommend doing this, guys. You could get in a lot of trouble, so do not do this. Do not do this. This is just for educational purposes only. But guys, that was basically how I hacked my teacher and changed everyone's grades and made some money off doing that too. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider smashing that like button and hitting that red subscribe button. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace out.